Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to Order of Opinion. My name is Tim. This is my co-host Anthony.
What the fuck is good, guys?
And today, what is it? 2 days before Christmas? The 23rd.
Yeah.
We're doing our beginning of the Star Wars Cinematic Universe.
Sorry for so many fucking releases at once. We were trying to get Harry Potter out so we could get this one out, Rogue One out.
That's right. We're doing Rogue One. Star Wars story.
Yeah. And this is going to be the predecessor to our Star Wars series. Probably going to come out right at the beginning of January, around there. So look out for that on iTunes. Subscribe.
Just subscribe.
Stitcher and SoundCloud. iTunes, though.
Subscribe.
And
you can reach out to us on Twitter. At Order of Opinion.
We'll put up our release schedule for Star Wars on Twitter, too.
Once we
Probably
figure that
within a
out.
week or so. Yeah.
One will actually hammer out that we can make on time.
All of our episodes are on there, too. You could check out episode 1 through 14. We do the whole Marvel series from Iron Man or Doctor Strange, Iron Man all the way through Doctor Strange, all 14 of them. And then all Harry Potter movies, including Fantastic fucking Beasts, 15 through 23. You check all those out. We kind of released them rapidly. That's why we're promoting them now.
And this is pretty rapid.
Well, because we want it to be like an audio book. You can just listen to it through, how we think about all the movies. Don't feel rushed to listen to it right when it comes out. And whatever, you're missing out. It's just always going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
let's begin. Rogue One. What did you think? I thought it was great.
I liked it a lot. I personally think that a lot of things that it did right was just sort of because it didn't give a fuck about itself.
Yeah.
Like it knew it was a one-off.
Well, totally a one-off, yeah. I mean, but...
The definition of a one-off. Because why? This is a spoilers fucking discussion, not a review. Everyone fucking dies.
Everyone dies, and
Everyone fucking dies.
They set it up to take place... Like, the end of this literally takes place moments before the beginning of the first initial Star Wars movie. So there's no way they could expand on these people whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, and they all died. They're all with the Force now.
And people are like, online are like, oh, lack of characterization. It's like, yeah, because motherfucker, Star Wars fans especially, if you build up these characters hella strong, they're going to be fucking pissed when you kill them at the end of the fucking movie.
Oh, yeah. And
you got to appreciate a film that takes that gamble of just murdering everybody in this kind of story.
When you have that many people, too, you can't really spend time to build up all their backstories. You know?
Right?
Like, it's just... And it's a war movie. How many war movies do you know where you intimately know every soldier on the squad? Like, it's... Even Saving Private Ryan, half the time you're like, wait, who's this fucking guy again?
Yeah, and who gives a fuck? Because it's about the team.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about the mission, not necessarily each and every one of the characters. And... Even then, I still think the characters were entertaining. This was a fucking entertaining movie, except for that goddamn slow, choppy start. Which even then you could sort of appreciate because it culminated to this fucking crazy climax, which was basically the new Battlefront in movie form.
Right? Dude, that was crazy. Just seeing...
It was a war movie.
Seeing the soldiers run around and actually having the camera angle be their perspective rather than fucking seeing 100 people shooting lasers across a fucking, football field. Which is what you get.
Well, no, they had these paintball arena fucking trench warfare,
right? And they're all. They
were so close to each other.
Though.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the flying Hawaiian, and that fucking. Here's the one thing I did. I'll say this. I watched this 3 times. Really only twice, but 3 times, and I'm not even gonna explain why. But he kind of, after the 3rd time, he kind of was like, I was fucking over him. He was whack.
His jokes do get a little corny.
I just hate the way he talks.
But his action was pretty good. He actually did some stuff.
Yeah.
It was cool when, the action for him, he did karate, I guess.
I just hate the way he talked. It's like they still made it sort of racist. Like he
Super
still had to be like
racist.
super Chinese, right?
Well,
But, like,
I mean, you had the
he-
fucking everybody in here was a little bit racist.
But the flying Hawaiian was the shit.
He was dope. His gun
He came
was
straight out
sick.
of Moana and was like, yo, I got the super strap with my fucking Buzz Lightyear fucking get together.
Right? He's fucking,
But he has the super strap. Like, he's unloading on motherfuckers, bro.
and he's
Like,
wearing armor that's too small for him. And
he has a permanent 100-round chop.
dude. And then it's like pump action. So what the fuck was that gun about, dude?
You know he's slapping Migos when he's shooting people.
Probably he puts in his headphones and slaps some
Because they
Migos.
sound like fast-talking Hawaiians.
Or some fucking 21 Savage. Only 100 rounds in the chopper? Come on, bro.
But he always has 100 rounds in the chopper.
Really?
He forever, permanently has 100 rounds.
He has like a
And,
million rounds.
so I think they were entertaining, though. I would do Donnie Yen's impression, but it'd probably just sound racist. And I'd
Yeah.
rather just avoid that. But the other guy, he's just, every time shit went down, Donnie Yen's like, hey, I'm going to do some blind shit that make this movie look stupid. I'm just going to aimlessly walk into some place like where I don't know where the fuck is going on. Plus, I'm blind, and I've made this clear. I've told a bunch of people I'm blind, as if they can't fucking figure it out. Even the stormtroopers are like, dude, he's blind. He's like, is he fucking deaf? That handicapped fuck hit him with a gun.
He's like, I'm one with the force is with me.
Yeah. And even the Hawaiian dude, every time some shit went down, Donnie Yen goes in there, and the Hawaiian dude's sort of like, bro, like, I know I got a super chop and I can just help you at any moment, but like, can you fucking stop doing
He's
this
like,
shit?
fuck, this guy again? He's
I just
like,
want to
"Why-"
sit here, eat my pineapple and spam and fucking ignore the day.
He's like, why do I keep giving this guy a gun when he's just walking out there with a stick? It's starting to piss me off.
Yeah, what is this guy, Donatello? The fuck is he
He'd
think
be
he
Master
is?
Splinter if anything.
And he's like knocking motherfuckers the fuck out with it. He just points it at somebody,
Well, apparently,
and they fall.
their suits are made out of foam because, like, he's using a stick to beat up stormtroopers.
I also want to speak on like the sets and the environment. It went back to that like grimy, terroristy fucking in the fucking grimy desert look.
Oh, dude,
Everything was dirty.
Yeah.
And, like grimy.
it looked
I like that.
dystopian, like shit
Yeah.
was broken down, like shit was actually wrong.
Yeah, and come on, the space fighting. That's the best space fighting ever. The AT-ATs.
The CGI on all that was great too.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Like everything.
It was beautiful scenes.
And their CGI was so good they thought they should even fucking CGI people.
And that was where it fell apart. That, and what I did like, though, speaking on CGI, is that they chose not to use it for a lot of things and to use puppets with CGI enhancement.
Yeah.
Like the floating fish guy who was sitting in his bubble of the ship.
Well, before we do anything, before we start going, right? What was our fucking scores?
That's
Tim,
right.
what was your score?
That's right. So I gave it... I gave it an 8.6.
Really?
Yeah.
An
I mean,
8.6.
That's good, though. Like, compared
Yeah.
to other shit.
I gave it an 8.7. And honestly, bro, from what I remember of Star Wars movies, this actually might be the best one.
I
'Cause
think so,
fucking,
too. Yeah.
You know, I'm not even going to start speaking on that yet, but this one was by far the most entertained I've ever been by a Star Wars movie, especially in theaters. Like, this is I wish I'd seen it in IMAX.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
The space fighting was great. Like, when the ship showed up from hyperspeed, how they just
So abruptly and
and then
choppy.
even when they abruptly did it, and then when the end they think is over and the good guys won, Darth Vader comes in hyperspeed and just crashes their party and fucks everybody up.
Bro, I didn't realize that the Death Star had hyperspeed too. Apparently the Death Star can fly.
Yeah,
That's sick.
it's a giant cut off nipple breast,
It's an
points
inverted
up.
nipple breast.
and that's another thing I want to speak on. This is the best Darth Vader shit. People could say that Darth Vader is better in the older ones and shit. First off, it did two things for me. It sort of explained why Darth Vader isn't always out and about in the Death Star. He kind of needs that fucking Shark Tank thinking tube to live.
Well, he sits in hot tubs all day.
Yeah.
He's
So that's probably why he gets woken up and he's pissed off.
Yeah, I'd be mad, too,
He's
if
like,
I'm-
oh fuck, I gotta go do some fucking, I gotta murder everybody now? This is bullshit.
Yeah, he's probably like enjoying his bath, fucking like, fuck, I just am relaxing, bro. I'm still on this planet of lava looking for my legs.
Yeah, how pissed is he? He doesn't have a dick, 2 legs, or an arm. He can't even jerk himself off.
And he can't breathe
He can't
by
make himself suck
Yeah.
himself off. So that must suck for him. But yeah, he just has these 2 great scenes to me, in my opinion. That's the better Darth Vader that I ever really remember in the old ones.
Yeah,
to be
only
honest.
problem is like with that costume, the old ones got away because they weren't in HD, so it looked, I
Yeah.
guess, better. But when
Yeah.
you see it in as good a quality,
Or is
as
it the
now,
fact that he looks like Lexington Steele's dick?
it's true,
Because
but
his
it just
helmet looks like a dickhead.
It just looks fake, like especially having the codpiece on it still and all that.
Yeah.
Like it looks pretty shitty.
I think it looked better than the old ones, regardless. I liked it. And Darth Vader's the shit.
Darth Vader is the shit in this movie, but
So-
for whatever reason, he just is never that dope again.
Yeah.
So that's the way they wrote Star Wars.
Now, for me, the beginning of the movie was super slow and choppy, but I think when you start getting into it, the pacing is pretty fucking good. Like, it's not slow after the first 30 minutes, first act. It's not slow.
I mean, even the first scene, like, is not super slow. It's what after the first scene that it starts to just get hell
Progresses
slow.
the plot and shit.
Yeah, I mean, because the first scene has a lot of tension in it, and a little bit of action, but then it just slowly fades away into a bunch of talking and bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit dialogue. And that's another thing, too. The dialogue is a lot better than a lot of other Star Wars movies. There's just a point to it.
To a degree.
It's not this bullshit love story or, like, because to me, if you're not good at building up characters, why even do it? Just make it that crazy action movie. And that's what I think this one did.
That's what they did, yeah, totally. Because honestly, the only character that they built up was the guy who took over the Death Star,
Right?
which is like he continues. So he's the.
Is he Snoke?
I don't know. I honestly don't even
I-
know if he dies in the original Star Wars movies.
Well, he's definitely dead as a human.
Well, yes, as a normal person, he's dead. And that's why they had to fake a shitty fucking Polar Express CGI'd guy.
So the movie starts off with the black SWAT team,
Going
the
on
black
black
the black
sand.
stormtroopers.
They were black on black, and he was wearing white. So you're
Yeah.
assuming they're wearing black because there's black sand. This was wearing white.
It looks like Hawaii there.
I have no
Like-
clue, but that shit was beautiful.
Yeah, it was crazy. And
And he's like a farmer now, or so it shows. Fucking
what's his name?
Urso,
Urso.
and he's a
important
scientist
somehow.
He's a scientist.
They have to make him
yeah.
important.
And he's just a farmer now. He's chilling.
He's growing some pot.
What's his name? Galen
Yeah,
Urso.
he's growing some pot. He's definitely smoking it.
Yeah, he's like, this is how I support my family. I gotta grow the ganja.
And his wife's like, "Not again. We're not going there."
Yeah, so she fucking like pulls a strap on
Yeah,
the general and
from the prick general.
yeah,
What? It's I'm not gonna even say it. Is it Ernmeister or whatever the fuck his
it's
name?
something lispy that he can't.
Yeah, he
even
did have a
pronounce.
fucking list.
He had a
What was up with his
hard-ass
goddamn
lisp.
like vocalization when he was screaming?
That's what I'm saying. I think that they were literally trying to work around his lisp, but there were certain lines where you could just tell that he was like the Death Star.
He's like, he has a child. Find it. Even though it's like fucking 6 years old, I know what fucking gender it is. Find it. I'm gonna seem more like an asshole than I am.
Yeah, his name's Orson Krennic.
Yeah, so he's a prick.
Orson Prick.
Um,
Orson
so
Welles Prick.
the general's basically like, dude, you need to come to work. I got this inverted boob that can shoot fucking nuclear lasers. All right, imagine that titty milk. It ain't good.
And then, yeah, he tries to lie to him, I guess. Like, my wife's dead.
Yeah.
Right? And then she pops up and he's like, well, I guess your wife is not that dead, right?
And even the general's like, dude, just make this shit. Like, I'll take care of your family. They don't really imply that this was a abusive situation. It was more like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm not gonna be part of your fucking Nazi clique, bro.
Well, it was like the implication because it's the Empire.
Yeah.
That they're bad.
Yeah.
They had bad music, so they're bad.
And of course, the dumb fucking bitch mother
Yeah.
tries to fuck up the day. Even like her husband's like, dude, like, no, seriously, like, don't do it.
Even
It's
the
fine.
general is like not taking her seriously. He's like, oh, you silly bitch.
I liked him.
Silly bitch.
These are my accomplishments.
That's my Death
This is
Star.
my cock.
Oh, Eartho.
Fuck that guy.
Just come back and be the scientist for us.
And, yeah. So the mom fucking pulls out a strap and shoots the general.
He's done. Not really.
And she gets her ass clapped as if she didn't see that fucking coming.
And
You
she,
don't,
like,
need, you don't need the
wings
force to figure that fucking shit out.
Right? She like wings him too. She barely hits his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, no.
And then they show her, what's it, Jen Urso? That's her name, right?
Yeah, the little girl. She runs away.
Yeah.
She hides in her fucking Broadway stage rock as she keeps in fucking. She can't turn on a fucking light either. And then
the best character is introduced.
The best character in the movie. My child, come. Pungali, lies,
He knows
deceptions.
The one unfortunate side effect of having one's mind read is one tends to lose the mind.
I just love that part where he's like, you came here to kill me.
Me? Yeah, that dude's great. Fucking, he really pulled it out.
He was a
for that
fucking
one.
Willy Wonka character.
He was.
And so apparently now she's in jail with the fucking squid hungry hippo.
Yeah, Stormtrooper jail.
She may have gotten raped by this guy.
Who knows why she's in
Something
jail?
weird's going on with that, or maybe like she got her pussy slithered by his tentacle mouth. And then they show the third string Spurs point guard, Cassian.
Fucking Cassian. Alderaan.
He looks like he was failing in the pick and roll, and Popovich was like, "Nah, man."
So he's like running around fucking. Is that the same city that they blow up later?
I don't know.
Cause
he was sort of pissing me off after a while.
Cassian.
He had the most characterization, in my opinion, like as far as like his moral dilemmas. But I swear to God, as the lines went, I was like, "Bro, is this fool's mouth gonna get fucking smaller as he talks?"
It's like, oh, sorry guys, it's my sock.
Sorry.
It's
I am Argentinian.
He's
I don't know where I've been. I've been fighting in this war since I was 6 years old.
He's like, it's these gloves. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah.
He's always feathering his fucking hair around.
Or just,
You know he wanted to ride a horse the whole movie. And fucking milk it later and fucking drink it out of his ass.
So yeah, he meets up with the dude that's like, that he has a broken arm. They don't even explain
No.
anything.
I think
about
that's
that.
part of the beginning that's the problem. Not only is it choppy, you're like, wait, huh?
You're like, why is that dude's arm broken? Like, what the fuck?
Why are they Argentinian all of a sudden? Why is there fucking different races?
This seems like it's in Aladdin. What happened here?
Um,
But they do
Yeah.
show like that they're using costumes again when he's walking through the field of aliens. I don't hate on that. I'll never hate on them using real costumes.
oh yeah, with like the grimy Mad Max squid looking thing, and he's like, "You got This isn't Asian or racist. Not all Asians are fish people.
So yeah, he meets up with this dude, and they like apparently you can't have gay relations in alleyways in Stormtrooper land because
Yeah,
they
they're like,
get
"Oh,
on
let
them
me see your
really
goddamn
quick.
identification."
It's like, put your cock away and let me see your ID.
This isn't a fucking Nazi analogy.
It's like, these gloves. Sorry, officer.
And Cassian shows his realness and just claps both of them. And then his, you would assume, might be his friend. The dude's like, "Bro, like, I can't climb up to that fucking ship. I'm fat and I have a broken arm." And he's like, "All right.
It's okay, my friend. You will make it.
You'll ride this Argentinian horse in heaven." There isn't heaven in Star Wars, though.
And he just climbs away.
Yeah, he just climbs away, and then they show the pilot scene.
Talking to what I think
Again,
is a,
choppy.
is that
Choppy.
is that-
Introducing all these fucking characters at once, and you're like, dude, why are all these guys in Star Wars now all like brown all of a sudden? And fucking all these who is he Indian?
I don't know.
He's got
yet.
some Snoop Dogg
His name's
braids.
Brody.
He's got some Snoop Dogg braids, and he's Indian.
Well, that
His name's Brody.
is the thing he's talking to a robot. I didn't get that. It has
The
like
Mad Max thing?
it has like
The
gears. In
Tushaya,
it has like gears in the back of its head
I don't know.
and like robot.
He looks like a
eyes.
Gears of War character. That's for fucking
Yeah,
sure.
it fucking does. And he's like, I need to see Sol Guerrero.
Yeah. Yeah. I have this floppy dick for him.
Yeah, I got a floppy disk drive, which apparently you find out they use a lot of because didn't it seem like at the end those data disks with the Death Star plan on it was just a fat hard drive? Like,
Right?
Didn't you think their technology?
Nothing really special like that.
Their technology doesn't seem that much better.
Even though it's like past CGI prequels
Yeah,
that looked a lot like more sophisticated than in the 70s.
that was what everyone was hating on, man. Was that those new ones looked too real, like too new, and then they'd have to go back and make everything look old again. It's probably why they make all the movies darker.
Yeah. And then that's when Sugura's like, "Pungali!" No, wait, no.
No,
That
he
wasn't
doesn't
it
meet
yet.
him quite yet. They just
Yeah.
sort of throw him.
They just grab him, right?
Yeah, and then
and-
so then she gets rescued.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like she's planning
She
the prison
fucks
break
up
as is.
motherfuckers. In the tank, she fucks them up.
Yeah, with the shovel, which like wouldn't that like cut your face off?
Well, there's a lot of things that should have been shown in this movie that wasn't because
Like,
it's Disney
it's
and Star Wars.
PG-13.
So,
but I mean, for being a Disney PG-13 movie, this shit had a lot of death in it.
right? A lot of
lot
death
of
and
death.
a lot of like earth destructing like scary things for kids going on.
They dropped a nuke twice.
Twice.
But yeah, so she.
Darth Vader murdered like a whole. Like I said, it's Battlefront. Because
is.
at the end, Darth Vader murders all these dudes. It's just like Battlefront. You got the fucking upgrade as a Jedi for fucking 10 seconds and you murder all these fools. That's
right.
literally was the scene.
Yeah, then she.
2 promotions on this fucking podcast, a video game and that. But yeah, I think the next scene is when then she gets she beats up all the dudes in the tank and the fucking robot K2, who I liked. I liked him. He was dry and it was like funny how he basically was like calling her a whore.
Well, yeah, he's like, "Thank you for getting rescued. Yeah, don't try to resist us, you idiot." And then she
But he
even
calls
later
her like
on,
a whore.
yeah, later on, he's like, "I don't fucking trust you, and neither does he. You're gonna come in here and you're gonna shoot him in the back of the head. You can kill me. I don't care. I'm a fucking robot. I'm not alive."
Why does she get a fucking gun?
Because she stole it.
No, I'm saying that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I was
basically.
saying. She stole.
He's
But
like,
yeah.
why does she get a fucking gun? He's kind of like a little bitch too, though. At the same time,
Bro,
like
and-
he's a little bitch for Cassium.
Doesn't this sort of seem too like they freed her? Like, doesn't it sort of seem? I think what the point of this movie was that the rebels are sort of fucked up
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
because they freed her.
They show both sides of
specifically.
the coin as far as like, but they also make the Empire a lot worse.
Yeah, they're
also.
doing some shit that's fucked up. But no, they make it seem like they saved her specifically for that, and not just because, obviously they extracted her for that reason. But then when she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, they're like, well, go the fuck back to jail then. And then they even talk about how they have assassins and saboteurs and fucking spies.
Well, that's what Cassium is.
Yeah.
Goddamn
He's
assassin.
a fucking assassin. And the one dude, after they explain all this dumb shit to her about how she has to find her dad.
Yeah.
Or Sol
And she's a
Guerrero.
whiny bitch about all that shit too. She's like, I actually sort of like that about Cassium. He's sort of like, dude, like, you could talk all this shit, but you're only talking this shit because you're a ghost.
And it's
You
only...
don't do anything. Like,
That's
what have
right.
you fought for? What cause do you fucking fight for?
I've been
you
in
bitch?
this war for 6 years.
Since he was 6 years old.
I had to push the empire. No, yeah, and
And,
what's crazy too is so after they tell her all this, they basically like she only agrees when they tell her she has to go back to jail. But then he
Why do
pulls-
they all talk like assholes too? All
They
the fucking
are all
general people.
assholes.
No, they have to talk like this. They're like, well, we told you in accordingly that you have to suck my dick before we talk this, and I'm going to talk that fast because you need to understand what else is going on so we can get through this exposition as quick as we possibly can.
Well, they
Like, that's how
try
they're
to.
talking.
Yeah, they try to get through the fucking exposition that fast.
There was a lot of exposition because then Cassium starts talking about her fucking dad,
And then the
her
dude,
shitty dad.
the dude pulls Cassium aside and is like, "Hey man, I know we said that this was an extraction mission, but fucking clap her dad."
Well, because they did say the point was like, you're going to go, you need to help us with Sue so they can help us capture your dad and talk to him and figure out what the fuck is going on with this breast cancer boob thing. You can shoot nuclear weapons.
Yeah, and then they're basically like, "Hey, don't talk to him, just fucking kill him."
Kill him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. That drunk Irishman, he was fucking drunk on some fucking Star Wars beer.
Right. So now they have to go meet Guerrera.
Right?
It's getting like sort of boring,
Super boring.
slow, sort of stupid.
And like you said, at this point, her character development is that she doesn't fucking like anybody. She sees the bad in both of them. Rebels are murderers, you know?
Right?
And she even says some sketch shit when she meets Guerrera that like he's like, you are not willing to see who is out there. The Empire leads everything, or whatever the fuck he says. And she's like, well, it's all right as long as you don't look up.
yeah.
And you're like, what, bitch?
So then,
What the fuck are you talking about?
right? And so then after he tells him that, there's some dumb conversation, and then we go back to our favorite character, Sol Guerrera, talking about what? Okay, so you have to tell me what the fuck the name of this thing is.
Pungali!
Yeah,
Pungalit!
I just thought he was saying Fern Gully. Like, you need to take him to Fern Gully. He'll read that book, he'll be bored to death.
Yeah.
But no, he's saying Punjabi? Pungali?
Right?
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, so he walks up to the dude and he's like, lies! Lies and deception!
Yeah.
And yeah, he
and he gives him the flash drive. And the
Yeah.
Mad Max character is like, read the subtitle. Like, it's hella weird what's going on. And Sue's like, I'll give you an option.
you can
Well, you're deceiving in lies. Would you want to suck my dick? Or going through? Pardon, got it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll let you hit this shit first.
And the
this
dude's like,
mask.
bro, I'll take whatever the fuck Perngull it is over sucking your weird dick.
He's like, let me get a hit of that mask first, though, bro. Because every time he hits that mask,
Yeah,
his
he gives you
eyes
that
get
look.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
He looks like Don King, too. Like, why do they have to make him look so much like
yeah,
Don
because it
fucking
starts
King?
off and he's bald, and it comes back and he's like fucking insane.
And then they go to the Death Star part, right? Where the general's introducing to him
Oh
what the Death Star
god,
can
and he's
do.
just being a prick.
And
And
he's
it's
like,
CGI general.
You have security breaches.
Meh. And the one dude's like, hey man, I'm trying my hardest to
I
build
want to
you.
blow up a planet now.
He's
Blow
like,
it up.
That's right. He's like, well, just what does he say? He's like, we need an example, not a manifesto.
Yeah. And the guy's like, bro, we're blowing up a city. That's why no one trusts you as a leader, you sick fuck.
Which, considering the ejection from that shot, like, was literally going out of the planet's atmosphere, that's as effective as blowing the planet up, because that planet's done.
Right?
Like, that's like being hit with a meteor. There's no atmosphere that's going to be left after that.
That's true.
They fucked. So they might as well have blown it up. Why didn't they?
And they do. They plan to blow up that city that Sue Guerrera's in, and Cassium and I'll say the main character because I don't remember her. Ursula, whatever. I forgot her first name though.
Jane Ursa.
Jane Ursula.
Jen.
They show up to where Sue Guerrera is, and they're seeing the Empire's like taking crystals and shit.
Yeah.
They're taking meth crystals, like,
Essentially.
so they can make these crazy lightsabers and get high at the same time.
And they show Poongoli, too, around this time.
Yeah, that weird fucking erotic octopus.
Yeah, and that's when he says that he's going to, like, lose his mind just
Yeah.
to find out the truth, which is the truth.
So you made him fucking insane.
Which it seems like he snaps back from that pretty easily when he gets reminded that he was a pilot. It's like, I was a pilot?
Pilot?
Oh, shit, that's right.
And,
He's a Poongoli.
right? And that's when the robot's really a dick. Like, they're showing up, they're like, yeah, why are they doing those crystals, and why are they smoking that up? And the robot tells them, like, dude, those crystals that your father used to make a fucking Death Star?
Yeah,
he deserves to die, bitch.
pretty
And then,
much.
that's what the robot said.
He's like, why would we trust you?
And then she calls him out. She's like, dude, fuck you. You're going to get us clapped, target practice, you little bitch. And then they give him a shit, and the robot just throws their shit on the ground. He's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, he's like, I'm over it. And they walk in, and they show fucking... It just
Well, at first she almost gets in a fight with a tumor dude.
Well, then it
There's
becomes...
Native Americans knitting around and shit.
you didn't catch that? So the tumor dude and the dude she bumps into, that's the guy who Luke cuts the hand off in the bar scene.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah. So there's that. Apparently he got off that planet right in time to not be blown up.
Right?
To make it to the next movie, at least.
And that's when we see Donnie Yen, just being Asian.
Yeah, right.
He's like, oh, you know what crystals are?
She's like, how do you know that I had a necklace on? For that you have to pay.
And the Hawaiian dude's just sitting there eating King's Hawaiian rolls.
He's like just a grunting. He's like, fuck. This guy's going to get us into trouble. And then it becomes Black Hawk Down.
I think he was eating shaved ice at that time. Rainbow shaved ice.
Yeah, but then it becomes Black Hawk Down, essentially. Like, that shit gets intense really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. The stormtroopers are, like, dirty. They're around, like, they're trancing around a tank, like, activating it like a war zone, which you never really, like I said, you never really, like, get that feeling in other Star Wars movies that everything's a fucking war zone.
Right.
And Sue Guerrera's activists are terrorists.
Essentially, yeah.
They're fucking terrorists.
When
they go into their goddamn crazy card room, it's just like, hey, music playing, and they're like...
That's right.
They throw bombs. That's how they start shit off, by throwing bombs.
And they don't seem to care that there's, like, a fuckload of people around that are caught in the crossfire of this shit. Dude, that scene when it just cuts to, like, that really abrupt scene of the kid crying, that was crazy. Like, that made it feel like a real war movie.
Yeah.
That was, like, some real shit.
Yeah. I just like that the action felt super grounded. Like, it felt like you were in it. I don't know how to explain that.
It wasn't the Force or fucking lightsaber duels. It's just people shooting at each other.
Not crazy shaky cam.
Not at all, no. That's what was really cool about it.
I mean, there was, like, frigid frames, but, like, not full shaky handheld cam Cloverfield bullshit. You know what I mean?
This is Star Wars. They know better than that shit.
Yeah, and so they fuck up a bunch of people. She fucking... Cassian's hiding behind the tank, and one of the terrorists fucking throw a bomb there, or is about to, and she claps the dude.
No,
I don't know. It was either way
around. Yeah.
They claps the dude, and that's what pisses off the Guerrero followers.
Well, yeah, because
so they capture them after everyone gets clapped. Or no,
well, first you have the
Kung Fu scene,
Kung Fu scene, which apparently he can fucking beat up stormtroopers.
Straight out of Ninja Turtles with his fucking stick.
It was really cool though for Star Wars to have hand-to-hand combat.
What was cooler to me? It was when his blind ass finally realized he was blind, and the fucking Hawaiian dude had to come in and clap everybody.
And he almost shoots him in the head. He even says it. He's like, bro, you almost shot me. He's like, I saved you, dummy. Like,
because he wasn't trying to get involved.
Yeah.
He was eating his shaved ice.
He was
That's
just
all
like,
he cared about.
Dude, I'm trying to lay down. Every scene we've been in, I've been trying to lay down, and you're getting into some shit.
I think he broke into my car when I was in Maui.
Yeah, he claims the Force fucking protects him. But then you're right. They get captured by the fucking robot guy. What is he a robot? I just want to know that.
Who?
He has eyes like a robot?
I don't know.
Gears on the back of his head?
K2 shows up.
No, not...
It has his little cool
that
scene.
Too.
K2's like, for y'all not, like, supposedly fitting in, there's a lot of explosions going on.
And he catches a grenade.
Catches a grenade and fucking throws it. That was cool. But then he has a little cool scene when they ask him about, you know, who they are and all that shit. Yeah, he slaps Cassian like a bitch. And then slaps the fuck out of him.
And then they just about get away from it, and they fucking that's when the Kung Fu scene happens.
Yeah.
And then that's when they get captured by Sol Guerrero's guys.
Yeah.
Because they saw Cassian
and
shoot
like,
the guy.
Whoa, you guys aren't terroristy enough for this group.
Yeah, he's like, y'all are like, y'all look sort of dirty, but not quite the right kind of dirty. You are not living in a cave dirty.
Are you praising Allah? As if you're not.
Sol Guerrero.
Yeah, so they go see Sol, and Forrest Whitaker's like, "Yay, I get to be in Star Wars for 25 minutes."
Yeah, he's like, that's when they show that they say he's like, "Did they send you? Why today?" It's like there isn't much of me left.
I lost my dick.
And she's looking at him like, dude, I know that you were like fucking around with like those pain pills when I left, but you're straight addict, heroin addict now.
Yeah.
Like, you're crazy.
You could kind of tell he wanted to fuck her.
I don't know if he has a dick.
He just likes to stick his robot foot in the pussy. That's what he likes to do. Yeah, so that happens, and then he gives her the message from the pilot.
Yeah, and then they have to break out of jail.
God.
And then
this exposition / like explain their story together.
Before the message, though, it does show the Death Star show up. And they're like, yeah, we're going to blow this up now.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. But then, yeah, so she gets her daddy.
And also the jail scene where they're all talking and shit.
Yeah,
and
but
they talk
that's
to the
bullshit.
pilot. Yeah,
he gets his mind back. Fuck that scene. But yeah, so she gets her daddy message, and he's like, this is the weakness of the Death Star that Luke Skywalker can abuse later.
Yeah, right?
But you'll be dead before then, so don't worry about it, girl. I got you.
Just do it, and I'll make it as complicated as fuck to get these plans, too.
Yeah.
You have to do 3 things and hope that you're fucking not high enough to get through this whole message and remember it.
Yeah, you have to attack the only planet we've ever seen in the Star Wars universe with a shield around it.
Just to get the files. Let alone get out of there with the files.
Well, I think he knows that it's fuckered.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
But she does. I don't know what his plan was, how she was gonna get that done. It seems fucking impossible.
Yeah. That's true. And he calls her Stardust. He's like, oh, I remember that one time I was in Vegas and I fucking fucked your mom for one night.
Her name was Stardust.
I know. That's why he called his daughter to remind her
the stripper
of the
mom
fucking...
was Stardust, too. That was her stripper name when I met her. So I call my daughter that.
That was stupid.
Yeah, and then...
He had to explain why he was a good guy and blah, 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 as if we didn't know that from the first fucking scene.
He's like, so you see.
So he's like, I put a weakness in the database, and then it becomes this fucking goose chase.
I like
And the atomic bomb happens, and
that was a sick scene. That
I did like it, actually.
Like, every time they shot the Death Star off and it was causing that, it made you really feel like, oh, shit, these fools are, like, done.
Yeah.
And you know what they show in this that they neglect from showing from every other movie with almost every explosion death scene is the actual fire hitting their body before it cuts away from the scene.
Right? And they get out of jail. The pilot gets them, and the robot's still being a dick, but he comes through, and they get out. A mummy scene. An escape the dust mummy scene with a spaceship.
He's like, you must go.
And the general sort of the guy that made the Death Star, what's his fucking name again? Prick?
Kinnick. I don't remember his
Prick
name.
Kinnick, whatever the
Prick
fuck his name is.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, are you gonna tell Darth Vader like what I did? Because I'm the shit. And the dude's like, I will take over from here, and I only answer to Darth Vader because I'm the only one that could fit his cock in my mouth. So,
yeah. And basically, he's like, dude, you shouldn't have. You had a data breach, dude.
Well, and that guy was sort of like, wait, I thought Darth Vader didn't have a dick anymore. How could you be sucking it?
So he gets all riled up, and he's like, fine, I'll find them.
He sounds like fucking. You make him sound like Daffy Duck.
He does sound like Daffy Duck.
He is Daffy Duck.
He sort of is Daffy Duck, yes.
Oh man, yeah, and wait, what the hell did I write in my notes about this shit? There you go. They're in the ship, and the pilot's being an emotional bitch about what's going on. Of course, that's a little forced.
He's like, I can fix my problems.
I was an Empire pilot. He told me I could do it all if I just went to rehab for all the heroin I've done.
And coincidentally, she forgot to grab the plans, making their job a million times harder.
Right? And the Argentinian guy's like, dude, do you realize my people? Do you realize what they will do? You see my mouth getting smaller as I talk? I can't get out the words as fast. And
coincidentally, where are they both fucking going now? Edu. They both have to go to the same planet. Her and the bad guys, just to add tension.
And they crash land there, of course, because the pilot doesn't know shit. He just sort of was guessing. And of course, not immediately.
It feels like immediately.
Cassian's sort of like, all right, so I'm going to go alone with the pilot. The rest of you stay here, all right? And she's like, I'm going to go with you. He's like, nah, you stay here.
He's like heated, though. He's like, no!
Yeah. It's like, how do they not get it? She's like, wait, he's like, you're the plans, even though I just told you no one's going to believe you. Since she even says, she's like, wait, all of us just heard what I said, so what the fuck are you talking about? You just said so yourself that I'm a felon, so who the fuck is going to listen to me?
And even the Asian guy's like, bro, does it seem like he's going to clap somebody? And the dude's like, he has the face of an angel.
Right?
Like,
and even the robot, just to make her feel like shit, he's like, yeah, his shit wasn't a sniper configuration, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, so she has to dip. And then the Asian dude's like, well, if everybody else is doing it, my blind ass will do it too.
Yeah, and his brother or whatever is eating shaved ice. He's chilling.
And he's like, fuck, I just laid down.
He's like, hey, brother, I want to eat on the pipeline. Cousin. And
she goes to climb a ladder to the sky.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Which is weird because
you
he's
see
on
this
a
really
ridge.
cool scene of, General Prick. We'll just call him that from now on.
General Prick.
General List Prick. The List Prick.
Calls out all the engineers.
Yeah, and her dad.
He's like, hey guys.
In his Star Trek fucking outfit. And
it doesn't matter who had given up the plans. I'll kill all of you.
And of course you didn't know that. He was in Hawaii fighting your ass. Of course he was the one that did that.
Right? I imagine it's the dude that didn't want to go with you to begin with.
It's like, come on, dude, you're fucking an idiot.
So he kills them all and slaps the shit out of Urso.
Yeah, he slaps
Galen,
the fuck
he
out
slaps
of him.
the shit out of him. He's like, silly Galen, you little bitch. The Death Star's done, and you know how I know? Because I killed a whole bunch of people with it.
Yeah, and he did. He killed all the engineers anyways.
Yeah. And that's when the jump the gun fucking rebels decided to send out a fleet.
Yeah. We're like, wait, what's going on? We can't hear anybody, so let's just send everyone and shoot everything.
And then
like, what the fuck? That's how they react to shit?
They do get to them. They're like, yo, there's rebels on the base. They're like, okay, well, they're actually gone, and we can't get a hold of them. What the fuck do you mean you can't get a hold of them? Star Wars technology is worse than our technology at times, it seems like. It's just a different kind of complication.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they don't...
And they drop bombs exactly where it needs to drop to have the convenient dad died. So death number 1, if you guys are counting the death toll, that's death number 1 so far.
And she's like, Papa!
Papa! Papa!
And the Asian dude comes through for them with his Gatling fucking laser.
With his Nerf gun fucking...
Right?
His Nerf bow
That does
fucking...
look like the Nerf gun you... Oh, yeah, well, but I thought you meant the one dude with the fucking backpack. Is that... They had a
that's
Nerf gun that
Nerf,
you could set down and it just
He's
shot
the Hawaiian
hella.
Buzz Lightyear, bro.
Yeah, but Donnie Yen also shoots the bow laser.
Yeah.
Bow laser fucking at a plane and makes it crash into a cannon.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
And,
How did he know?
And the Indian guy steals the ship, right?
Yeah. I like how he even questions him. He's like, are you sure that's the base up there? He's like, bro, that's the base I flew from to go tell
But he still
y'all
kind of
this.
sucked. He didn't really know how to get there. I mean, I get that he
I
was trying to
think-
stay low to, like, get avoided, but, like, still.
Honestly, if they had just let the pilot fly by himself, it probably wouldn't have mattered. But I think he was backdoor piloting, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, dude...
So at the end of the day, moral of the day, the dad dies. Cassian had a shot on him, had to sniper him, didn't snipe him, and they escape.
Yep, and next
And
we get to see the best
line
fucking
ever.
villain. Well, yeah, the best line ever, because then they have a decompressing fucking ship scene.
And she had to, like, call him out. They made her sound like an idiot in this dialogue. Because she was sort of like, well, you lied to me. And Cassian looks at he's like, okay, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Did I shoot him? Is he dead
Yeah,
anyways?
he's
yeah,
like-
you have a dead dad. Deal with it. You thought he was dead the whole time. You fucking told me that you thought he was dead, so to make you feel better. You fucking bitch. And I didn't shoot him. What are you going to do about it?
He's
and, like,
he's like,
she's like, you might as well have shot him. And he's like, well,
"You
I
guys
did it, bitch.
You guys play rebellion. I have been in this shit.
Since I was 6 years old.
Right? And
In Argentina, I remember as a boy, I was just milking my horse, and I was fucking gang raped into the rebellion.
my favela.
I ran out of shit to say there.
Joke failed. Oh, well.
That wasn't a joke, fail.
That
It just
was
took a while.
Yeah. A joke decompressing scene.
Yeah, so he even then, after he has the argument with her, everyone else is sort of looking at him, and he's sort of like, any of y'all got a problem with it? I'll even take your fucking Hawaiian ass right now.
And they all
You're
just
super
sort of
strapped.
look at their shoes and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then Darth Vader. Still
The greatest,
living
the good Darth Vader scene.
on fucking Lava
Choking
Island.
on your aspirations.
Yeah, and he basically tells them, like, dude, we weren't supposed to have this Death Star. Like, don't tell the Senate, please. And he just walks away. He gets out of the bath, puts on clothes just so he can talk to the dude for, like, 30 fucking seconds and
Yeah,
walks
he gets
away.
out of his fucking fetal tube.
Yeah, so that was sort of dumb. And then they have their town hall meeting of the rebellion where, like, half of them are on her side.
Yeah,
and it
half
seems
of them are
like
fish.
the goofier, lispier half thinks she's done.
Oh my god, that one guy. He's like, you haven't been out of the Imperial.
Yeah.
Who is this bitch? Ah.
You bring in this pilot and this dumb cunt. And how do you know we're not going to get blown up by the Imperial? And the fish guy's like, I'm going to do it.
And the black lady, the only one that makes sense, she's sort of like, well, how do we know what's going to happen if we do that? And the other Hawaiian guy that's been in every Star Wars movie, whatever he is, Latino. I think he's Latino.
Oh, fucking, the guy from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, does my hair look faker? But is
He's
it
like-
combed better? Hmm?
He's like, I remember an old Jedi, and I know a young woman I can send to him. Hint, hint.
And of course, it takes this bitch that's been wrong the whole time about everything to talk to everybody to convince them to take a chance, go in this shield fucking covered place, and go get these data files.
And they all say no.
Yeah.
They all say, fuck you. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And as she's walking out, she's talking to Donnie Yen and the Mongolian.
They're all pissed off, and
they're
Cassian
like-
shows up with his fucking misfit crew.
Yeah, one of the dudes can't even
scumbag
open
crew.
one of his eyes. Like,
See, I told you they wouldn't believe you.
right? So then this fool, like basically says, hey, dude, these guys are murderers and thieves, but as far as we're concerned, we need a reason to look good about ourselves. Like,
Right?
he's like, we just need a reason to feel better about being scumbags. And so they fucking help her, I guess. And the one guy's like, oh, no, forget him on the ship. Because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, right? They steal the Rogue One, or they make Rogue One with the fucking Indian pilot.
He's like, Rogue One. And he flies away, and the one guy who has the radar gun doesn't shoot them with the radar gun because he know that it's fucked up. Little guy in the tower whenever they show someone fly away.
Yeah.
He's like in a spinning fucking radar gun. What the fuck
yeah, he's
is
sitting
that?
there jerking off.
Is he like checking
You know,
their
he's
speed?
just coming over on everybody, and
I
everyone
would
thinks
be.
it's bird shit.
I mean, if I had to look like a fucking jackass with that helmet on all day.
They're dick helmets. What is up with everyone having a dick helmet?
I don't even know that. He looks like he should be in the Tour de France. That's a bicycling helmet.
And yeah, so they get into the Empire with their stolen Empire ship by the Indian guy just doing what he normally did at his job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop saying Indian because I don't know if he's Indian.
I don't know what the fuck he is, but the robot looks at him.
What's the pilot? I'll just say the
name's
pilot.
Brody, so he's probably from San Diego. Fucking, but
Yeah,
the robot looks at him. He's like, "Impressive, you did your job."
yeah. And he even looked at him. He was like, "Dude, I've done that for like since I was like gang raped into that."
And then then she gives a shitty like inspirational speech, which is basically she's telling them like, "Hey man, this seems impossible, and it sort of is, but we need to just keep trying and trying."
And remember when Sol Guerrero said sharp sticks with crazy fucks will win? We're those guys.
He's like, and no matter how many of you die, as long as I survive, we're good.
And then the bad guy goes there. He's like, send me to Scarif. I'll scare him off.
Which he doesn't even go there for that reason. He goes there to check. Like, he has no clue what they're doing. He goes there to check.
Well, no, remember, because he was like, am I good now? Like, am I going to be presented after the Darth Vader scene? Remember?
Well, yeah, that.
And he goes back to the monotone guy.
Yeah.
And the monotone guy tells him, nah, like, I'm taking it over. You forgot that there was a fucking pilot, and he hasn't been accounted for.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, no, not again. I have to get this.
Yeah,
Suffer and succotash.
So he doesn't even go there to save the plans. He goes there to find dude's emails. He went to go find Hillary's emails, essentially. And, so there's just all serendipitous that he's even in any of the spots they happen to be, like, most of the time.
Yeah, it's sort of convenient.
And he's sitting up there like, where are the files, guys? We need to find the files.
Yeah. And then Rogue One with their little fucking team, they sneak in their way to the base with I didn't really get that. Like, did no one else ask why a general and a couple of robots or whatever went in their ship and then just didn't come out?
And a different general and
A guy that looks a lot more Argentinian, someone with tits and now a robot.
Yeah, how did they not notice her tits? That's what I want to know. Is like, how did she fill out the fucking suit?
I think she was kind of hot. Except for she had that Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter teeth.
Yeah, her jaw was pretty far pushed out. This guy.
So they set mines across the whole camp, all the soldiers.
He's like, and then they blow it up, and he's like, "What are you, blind guys?" He's like, go, and then I like how everyone.
You're right. His lisp started getting more apparent throughout the movie.
And I like how everyone's standing around, and he literally has that fucking one like cartoon character villain moment. He's like, "What are y'all doing just standing there? Go do something about it."
Yeah. Right?
Like, no one gives a fuck about him or his plans.
And then they show K2 finally do something like, other than the grenade scene, do something cool. He fucking murders another robot and steals the map to get to the data room or whatever.
Yeah, and intermittently they're showing, like, the battle on the ground with the Asian guys.
Yeah, this whole war shit. This whole war scene. It's a war scene.
Yeah.
It's war.
No, it's
space
crazy.
battles.
Yeah. And this
and I like how the space battles are going about. Like, they're all fighting, and they're concentrated on what's going on in the fight, but then there's just this crazy, like,
oh, yeah.
shit going on.
Especially,
like I said, it's Battlefront.
In the last scene.
EA. Was this shit sponsored by EA?
Probably.
Should have been.
Well, especially in the last scene, like, not to jump ahead too far, but when she's on top of the tower, like, just to see the ships fly around her and fight.
Yeah, that was really
sick.
Cool. So, yeah, and then does Rogue One get a hold of this, right?
Well,
they're like, no, not Rogue One, sorry. The Rebellion, they find out what's going on. And they deploy all their shits and their troops. All their ships and troops.
Well, no, because not even that yet.
No, they do.
Because at first, fucking fish guy shows up out of nowhere. And it's just like, hey guys, we're down to fucking fight.
Yeah.
And then they start sending some more reinforcements eventually. And that's when you see R2-D2 and C-3PO like, I wish we could go fight.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Burr, burr, 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 suck your little dick."
Yeah. And the AT-AT show up, and of course the Asian guy can sense it, right? Donnie
Dude,
Yen.
but that shit looked so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That is fucking... Bro, the first time I played Battlefront...
And then they show also that, like, all these weapons, like you said in Battlefront, they're showing all these weapons as opposed to just 2 guns that are just like pew, 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 pew.
Right?
There's all different weapons.
But that scene of them running through the forest on the beach and the AT-ATs like shooting at them, that reminded me of the first time I played like Battlefront. The new one, number 3. Because that shit looked hella realistic. And then he pulls out the rocket. Right? They have rocket launchers now?
Apparently.
I
never seen that other than the game. Not in the movie.
Even in the game, I was like, bro, they just put in a rocket launcher for the game. But no, apparently they have fucking rocket launchers now.
And they have super straps.
Well, I thought
Don't forget that either.
I thought their torpedoes were little balls of light. That's what I fucking thought, but apparently not.
Yeah, and like you said, they're using like old clips for pilots and shit.
Yeah, the
when they're
Red
trying to
Leader,
get
Red
into the
Leader.
shield.
Yeah.
This bubble shield.
He's like, Red Leader, I'm still on the set of my 70s porno. Do not engage.
And they can't transmit the plans, right?
Because of the shield.
Because of the shield.
So they tell Brody to fucking stop smoking a
They
joint.
tell Brody to basically tell them to do something they should have been doing in the beginning.
Well, yeah,
which was the whole point, which was breaking the fucking shield. And Brody has to risk his fucking life like he's done this whole movie.
Well, they're like, Brody, fucking stop getting high, get out of the ship, and go do something.
He's like, bro, do you realize when I step out, I'm clapped instantly? Do you guys get that?
Well, what...
I'm hiding for a reason, motherfucker. I'm a pilot. I can't shoot.
Well, what you start noticing is a common theme, and it starts with fucking a fat Asian pilot, is that now is the time for everyone to die.
Yeah. Death number 2.
Yeah.
The Asian pilot. All the pilots die, damn near.
I feel like all the main ones, yeah. And the fat Asian one. And then the robot, at this point, is sealing them into the records. Like where they can find the plans for the Death Star.
They're doing what?
The giant fucking things with the hard drives in them.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever the fuck those are. That have the plans for the Death Star. And she's like, try Stardust. Because that's what he used to call my mom when she was a stripper, and he started calling me that when I became a stripper.
I was always wondering why the other kids would call me a whore. You want to look at my ass, you dirty Argentinian? I know you like this ass. He said, oh, yes, I do. I do.
Oh, shit. But this is when the robot dies, right? He's done after this.
Yeah.
He
saves them. He's killing hella stormtroopers to keep them alive. He's like, yo, like, I'm shooting hundreds of stormtroopers and telling y'all what to locate. Can you guys stop fucking sucking on each other's dicks and titties and, like, do something?
It's like, please fucking climb faster, guys, because I'm about to get fucked up out here.
And so he dies, and now they climb to get it.
And she almost drops it.
That was a sick jump they had to make, too.
That was a sick jump. Why does every fucking buddy in Star Wars
Because this was a video game.
Well, yeah.
So everything had to pan out to be a video game.
But why is everyone in Star Wars good at jumping from one thing to the other?
But they show no other athleticism, even in running.
No, just
even
jumping.
Finn can't run.
Even Finn could not run.
He was a goddamn stormtrooper. So you'd imagine he can run.
He was a janitor.
Oh, yeah,
He
that's
was
true.
a
I forgot.
fucking
He was a janitor.
You know who he was?
But he was in combat, though.
Well, he got shifted to combat.
Oh.
But he was
and then he
initially
was
a
like,
janitor.
oh, my God, I look like the guy from Reading Rainbow.
You know who he was? If he was a janitor, he was like, let me holla at you. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla.
That's what he's trying to do to Ray the whole time. And that's what I sort of like about this movie is that the love scene wasn't forced.
It wasn't really a love scene. It was just them, like, the
Well,
world's...
because he had a stint in the NBA with the Spurs, so he doesn't need bitches.
He was in love with the game. But no, he, I mean, I guess you could say it's, like, sort of a love scene, but in reality, it's just, like, they know it's finna be the end of the world.
Yeah?
Or the end of that world.
Say finna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so everyone starts, now all the dominoes start falling and everyone starts super dying.
I like that one fucking rebel who's like, I'll go turn on the uplink, like
The
steps
black
out,
dude, of course.
for 1 second.
One step, and he's like, oh!
Just gets shot in the
And
chest.
everyone sort of looks at each other like, what a jackass.
So that's because the real ass stormtroopers came up and started entrenching themselves and were literally just shooting every
Yeah,
time they
the
saw
SWAT
them.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the black stormtroopers.
Yeah,
The more athletic ones.
and the better dressed ones.
They're a little bit taller.
But
yeah, so then that guy dies and Donnie Yen's like, I bump with the force is what my man. And he starts just walking like...
I sort of liked him, though, when he was getting shot, how he was avoiding it with his crossbow. That shit was hella cool. And he dies.
Yeah.
They had to go turn on the master switch because the pilot died. He sacrificed. So death, like, what, 5 at this point in this movie?
Yeah,
the main
about
character
there.
death toll. The pilot gets the plans transmitted or the communication out. They turn on the fucking switch so they can put their shit on, the master switch. A lot of this shit is about turning on things, which is sort of cool.
And that's when the pilot dies, too.
Yeah, pilot gets blown up.
Because someone lackadaisically throws a grenade, and it didn't even look like he was trying. He was like, oh.
I thought he was going to, like, catch it and do something miraculous. They're like, nope, he's going to die.
He was going to die. And then the next person on the death list, also by grenade, is the fucking flying
Donnie Yen,
Hawaiian. No, Donnie Yen dies before the pilot. Then they cut it in. This is how sick for the Star
So 3
Wars movie
grenades
was.
killed 3 of the people. 3 of the same grenades killed 3 main characters.
Yeah, it was.
That's hilarious.
Well, this is how sick they are too. They cut up the 2 friends' death with the death of the pilot, but it all happened within succession.
Yeah. And like I said, I want to touch on this. I want to give credit to the actual, like, the ship battles. I mean, that shit was great.
When they
go in first person, third
Yeah.
person, and also, like I said, when they're just stopping in hyperspeed to fight, that shit looks hella cool. I don't give a fuck what it...
Or the crash. The crashing and shit. Like
no, I know. Yeah. But yeah. I like also how they show the different ships being used for, like, strategic purposes.
The hammer.
There's actual,
Corvette.
like... Well, not just that, the torpedo ships.
That's
that were just
right.
there just to bomb motherfuckers.
The Y-Wings are like the bombers.
The different TIE fighters.
Yeah. Which they keep throwing in new TIE fighters, I feel like, every new movie they come out
Right,
with.
but you have to admit, the TIE fighters look
This
way
one looked
realer
like
than
TIE
Rogue.
gliders. They had like a wing on the top of them, and that was it.
That shit's real, though.
Whatever.
They're faster, too.
They don't even need wings. They're using fucking jets.
Yeah, that's true.
How do they fly these planes? There's no...
who knows?
How
Who
do they
cares?
land these planes?
Yeah, so all that shit was great. And
That's when the hammerhead...
then she goes through a level 8 of this video game where she has to fucking get through the closing butthole.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when they send the penis head Corvette ship.
Yeah, but I mean, if that was a penis, that was a hammer, bro. Like,
That was a giant dick.
That was a giant dick.
And because one of the ships lost their shield or whatever, and so they send the penis head ship to crash into it and to break the shield.
Yeah, because it was
Because
essentially...
that fish guy was hella smart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he makes it.
He's the
past
Bill
movie,
Belichick
but...
of fucking ship coaching.
Right? No, yeah, so they do all that, and then finally the shield goes down.
Yeah, finally.
But Mr. Lispy comes up and he's like, you lost.
As she gets the data transmitted.
Well, she lies to him for, like, no reason. Like, if he was... if you told me...
You die with the rebellion.
Yeah, because if I told you, hey, I'm going to shoot you, and you haven't sent the file yet, and you're like, no, I sent the file, I would still fucking shoot you. So she just lied about that for no reason.
No, she was just saying that to be a dick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he had shot her, it would have been, okay, whatever. That's stupid, bro. I don't want to talk about
Maybe
that.
because she didn't want him to turn around and, like, not turn it off.
I don't get it. There's a couple things that happen in this movie that I just didn't get. Like, when they're saying he's like, I'm not a killer, but it's like, bro, you killed a guy at the beginning of the movie. Like, in cold blood.
It seems like you almost didn't really need to kill him.
Exactly.
They could have just left him there and then seen what happened with him. Like,
I don't fucking know.
but you made a good point that he might have killed him for the information.
Yeah, so they don't get tortured or whatever.
But who knows?
Then Cassian fucking claps him.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
And Darth Vader comes with the Death Star, and they shoot him. I like how he says target the base, right? And it literally targets...
The Death Star.
Yeah, it literally targeted the fucking antenna. Like, literally just shoots the antenna off.
Yeah, and then Vader cuts off all the ships that
Oh,
were trying to get in
shit.
hyperspeed. That's what was great. So, like, let's speak on that. So they have this whole culminating scene where you think the good guys are winning. You know, the Empire's ships are crashing. They got the files transferred, and then all of a sudden, Darth Vader's like, "Oh fuck no! Y'all woke me up from my jizz tank. I get to jack off in there all day and think about Padme with my fucking half disintegrated dick. I'm gonna handle this shit." And he shows up in hyperspeed and then just crashes into a bunch of ships. And he's like, "Give me a boarding party," which is basically me.
Yeah, just
like-
give me a pilot, I guess. Even though I'm an accomplished pilot.
And then we have the great. This is the Godzilla director that did this. This is what people wanted in Godzilla.
Was this?
It's just Darth Vader doing some video game shit.
Yeah, because he does do some. He like throws a dude up into the ceiling, then cuts him in the stomach or some shit
Shit
like
was
that.
great, dude.
Chokes
It
all
was
the people.
it was great.
Stabs a dude through a door, and then but
You
then
have to admit that was a captivating scene a little bit.
yeah, until it fucking wraps up, and you're like, oh shit, CGI fucking Princess Leia, cool.
Yeah.
I guess it made me want to fucking walk out of the movie. I know it was the end, but I mean, if that scene was at the beginning, it was Princess Leia they CGI'd back into existence, I would have left that movie. Like, I would have been so cool.
That's true.
Because, again,
Yeah.
it looked like fucking Polar Express, bro. Like,
Okay, I can give you that.
it was fucking
It
stupid.
looked way better than Polar Express, though.
Yeah, but I did it. Did it, though? Like,
And the thing is, too, is like Darth Vader, like, at that scene, it was funny because, like, he's like, when they escape or whatever, because apparently no trooper in the rebellion is athletic. They have to run fucking waddling like a penguin.
they have all that
That's why-
stupid armor on.
But they somehow get away, anyways.
Yeah.
And he just sort of like stands out there. He's like, "You motherfuckers." Darth Vader,
Essentially,
like,
yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck me. No, and what pisses
he
me
sort of
off,
doesn't give a fuck.
why do the stormtroopers wear those costumes if it makes them run like shit when it seems like if you get shot with a laser, it doesn't matter
Half the time.
half the time?
Half the time it will disintegrate you. So I
don't fucking know.
don't get it.
But,
And sometimes it just hurts you.
yeah. And
It doesn't go through you or anything. It just hurts you. It just causes you pain.
Yeah.
Um,
And so everyone died.
yeah.
Everyone died. In the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, because the nuclear bomb kills fucking
I mean, if they weren't dead before the bomb, they were dead after.
Cassium and whatever the fuck their first name
Cassian.
is.
He's not an
Cass-
element. Cassian. And Jyn Orso. Which sounds like she's like a Scandinavian skier.
So yeah, you're right. Everyone dies.
Yeah,
Besides
fuck
Darth
the-
Vader.
fuck
And that's
them
what I
all.
liked about this movie too. The only time we see the Force, other than the fake Asian kind,
It's for like 5
Dar-
minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all Darth Vader. Everything with the Force is Darth Vader,
Yeah. No.
which makes it hella cool.
And it's enclosed, and they make you wait for it.
This is the best Darth Vader.
This is the best Star Wars movie, I think.
Wow, you're gonna say it already?
Yeah, well, bro, I've seen the other Star Wars enough.
Well, we'll know. We'll let you guys know when we do that very soon.
Yeah, so I guess we'll plug one more time.
Yeah. So yeah, you could, like I said, look at episodes 1 through 14 for our Marvel episodes if you want to catch up on those, and 15 through 23 with Harry Potter.
You can get that on iTunes.
iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher.
iTunes.
Follow us on Twitter.
At Order of
If you want to
Opinion.
see all of our bullshit that we tweet, or if for the schedules of our releases and whatnot. Star Wars, we will have the full Star Wars series, all 7 movies.
That'll be in January.
After this one, we'll probably put it out around early January. Like I said, look on Twitter and Facebook. Like us on Facebook too.
Yeah.
To get those, we post them all on both Twitter and Facebook. And
And if you have any comments or questions, just send us a message, man.
so Rogue One, man, like I said, good movie.
Yeah, I thought it
Good
was
movie.
great. Like the best-
Entertaining as fuck.
best
Slow and
Star
choppy
Wars.
in the beginning. Still kept a good amount of racism, which, you know, at this point it's like homage to the Star Wars movies. It's subliminal racism. And that's my order of